And
So Jimmy comes in, he changes the formation of this team, the attitude of this team, the approach to this team, and then the winning comes. And then you guys, you get to the mountaintop. You get to the mountaintop. And I've never won a Super Bowl. I won a national championship in college in basketball, so
it's the same.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it's the same.
Right? I know that feeling of winning it all at the highest level that you're playing at. But kind of just, if you can, walk us through, right, like that playoff run, each week till you get to that point in the Super Bowl, like how confident, because you go from not having it to now we're dead smack in the face of looking at a career changing. You win a Super Bowl, your life changes forever.
The whole year, I think we played the Giants first, but the whole year, our media, local and national, I remember Chris Berman picking the 49ers to beat us in the NFC Championship game, but Jimmy wasn't hearing it. Jimmy was like, you know what, fellas, it's our time. We are who we are. We can beat these guys. And he was just pounding us with that. He was always talking like we already won the game. It wasn't never, if we do this, when we do this, this is the play that's going to do this. Norv talked that way. Lonstat talked that way. Everybody talked that way. Nate, make sure you get this block here because we're going to do this right here. Get your head inside because we got to do it. It wasn't never that we was assuming that if we do this, it's like we're going to do this. To the point when we went up against them 49ers, Mike Irvin, Troy called the play. Mike Irvin said, hold on. Hey, Alvin, get over here. Because Mike wanted to make that big play. Yeah, he wanted to make the play. Next thing you know, Alvin streaking down. Yeah. And so when we won that game, it didn't dawn on me until Jimmy hollered, hey, how about them Cowboys? It didn't dawn on me how far and how quick. Now, it didn't seem quick, or the first 2 years with it was ugly. But it didn't dawn on me till, we here. We are 2 weeks away from a Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, and let me tell you how much Jimmy was prepared. He even told us, y'all guys don't even realize what y'all done. You won't even realize it till it's all over, years later. Now, when I think of, I have to go to think like that. I remember them 2 years before.
Ugly.
Where he was just cutting people. Right. People sitting in your locker. You come in on Monday and Tuesday. Jesse Holley sitting up in my locker. Hey, man, what's up? Oh, man, I'm here to work out. You here to work out? What position you play? Offensive guard. Come on, man. Can you imagine, bro?
Right.
Blind. You don't even see the competition. Right. You may be the start of the day, and one bad play, and even if you still a better player, he had a player that was equal to you that could take your place and not be missed. The only people that was secure in their position because they couldn't be equal was Troy, Emmett, and Mike,
the triplets,
and maybe Jay Novacek. These guys couldn't be duplicated.
Right.
But back when I played, me and Kevin Gogan and all these other guys were kind of interchangeable in their minds, even though I thought I was better.
Yeah.
We were all interchangeable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think Tuanay was special. Yeah. That is the guy that got dogged, that got overlooked. Tuanay was special. He played defensive line for the first 2 or 3 years here at the Cowboys, and then moved from defensive line, playing defensive line to left tackle. Tua would make $800 million right now. I'm serious.
Right.
15 years. But anyway,
right.
I got a little sidetracked.
No. That's great, man. and you talk about it, right? Like you hear the names. Like you guys started the name, right? To have most teams in 2023, they're built on the big names.
Yes.
Right? When you look back to where you guys were, it was like kind of the start of, I mean, you guys had a locker room with the triplets, Troy, Michael, and Emmett, right? And then you had Jay Novacek. And then you, at one point in time, you guys go on the other side, you got Charles Haley, you got Deion Sanders, you got Ken Norton, you got, who else is in there? Woody's in there. I mean, you look at that cast of characters in the locker room. Practice had to be crazy. Practice had to, the competitive level of practice.
James Washington. I can't think of. We had this little dude, man, probably
Big Cat.
Big Cat. No, but I'm talking about we had a safety that we got from the Steelers. This dude had to be 3'5", a little knot, but he was smart and would knock you out. I'm gonna tell you something. Jimmy knew talent. His coaches knew talent. So the scouts had to up their game because the coaches knew what type of defense Jimmy wanted to run, and you had to be in that ilk. Jimmy wanted speed, but at the key positions, he wanted toughness. That toughness had to be at your Mike backer. That toughness had to be your 2 tackles, defensive tackles. Now, your defensive ends, as long as they could just halfway stop the run, he was good with it. Because the thing is, he tried to funnel everything outside because his speed was going to keep you in check. Mm-hmm. Whereas now, people like set the edge. Jimmy would halfway set the edge and dare you to turn the corner. You wasn't going to do it on our defense. Not with Darren Woodson running a 4.35. Right. Not with Pup coming up, willing to tackle. With Larry Brown scared to death because he was a low draft pick. He coming up to tackle because he don't want to lose his job. Darren Woodson, James Washington coming up. They're going to blast you, bro. Right. You weren't going to outrun Ken Norton. It was not happening because Russell Maryland and Tony Casillas and Chad Henry were going to keep them guards off of them. So you wasn't running outside on us. We dared you to come in the middle. That one happened. Right. And so our whole mindset was, you run in the middle, we're going to beat you to death. You run outside, we're going to run outside and lash you and rope you down. You still ain't gaining no yard. And you won passing the ball because we never had to take players off the field. A nickelback. Woody, Darren Woodson, who should be in the Hall of Fame, was our nickelback.
Amen.
Him and Kenny Gant, the shark.
Shark.
Those are our nickel guys. Two safeties were our nickel guys. Come on, man. Nowadays, they bringing in like 8 different guys. The ref got to hold up. So, hey, hold on. Let them make an adjustment. Woody just fell down in the box.
Yeah.
And he won the run support. It was to cover Jerry Rice or John Taylor or whoever else you put down in there in that slot position. And then, come on, man. Don't even get me started. Let's go, man.
Man.